Yo, 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 yo. We back at it again with another episode of Wordplay at 4130. It's your boy, it's your host, Prince Ahmad, back in the building. I wish I had like a little button. It's like, woo, clap, and everything like that. Yeah, like Joe Budden podcast. But we got a couple of special guests. The boys, the regular boys, they out in Miami having a great and fun time without the wonderful host. So we got two special guests. Go ahead and introduce yourselves.
Shit, what's up? My name's Nick. Good look. Appreciate you for inviting me on the show today, man.
No problem.
Mike, there's really nothing special about me, to be honest with you. To be honest with you, I wasn't even prepared to do this.
Nigga just being humble, bro.
I'm not. My performance isn't gonna be nothing special. Like
he thought it was like six of us about to talk, and he was just gonna be on the side. No, that's not about to happen today.
All right, that's fine. Let's do it then.
As usual, we're gonna do overrated, underrated. Let's see what y'all boys got. I usually do like tally marks. First one to 5 wins of why I like each side. Okay.
For sure.
Overrated, underrated. Trump, and give your reasoning why.
Overrated.
Okay.
He's so divisive. Like, come on now.
Ooh, big words. SAT words.
Watch
Divisive.
Overrated.
Overrated? Okay.
I'm gonna go with overrated just because I feel like he's the most talked about, but it isn't for the best reasons. You feel me? Like he's real controversial. I feel like he's more known for just his antics on social media, like on Twitter, opposed to like what he's actually done in office.
I like his better.
I mean, I can elaborate.
I'm gonna go with Nick's. You should elaborate. It's too late now. You already blew it.
Let's go.
Okay.
It's off the dome.
Yeah, man.
I feel it.
Pick up the speed.
I will go.
All right, bet. Overrated, underrated. The movie Us by Jordan Peele.
I honestly feel like it's neither, because
You got to choose one.
I'm gonna say underrated.
Okay. Give me a reason why.
I feel like it's getting its notoriety that
Okay.
it deserves. You know what I'm saying? Like, everyone's calling it one of the greatest movies of this generation. So I feel like it's.
Are you capping about
It's
that?
no cap.
Movie's been out for less than 2 weeks.
No, Jordan Peele.
Sure.
That's a heavy statement.
Jordan Peele is 2 for 2. Get Out and Us. That's already certified classic, stamped. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going with underrated.
Okay.
Word.
Certified classic.
Certified classic, stamped.
Is Get Out certified classic?
Stamped.
Which
That's
one's
the best movie of this generation.
Which one's more of a certified classic, Get Out or Us?
Yeah, if you had to choose one.
I'm gonna go with.
Because I haven't seen them, so I don't even know. Like,
I'm gonna go with Us because I feel like Jordan Peele was more in his bag.
okay,
Us.
like they
Word.
like he did.
Get Out was more like a test run.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Us. The symbolism on Us was on point.
Yeah.
Like he did say like on his Twitter. I think like when he tweeted, he was like, "Get Out was a documentary, and Us is like an actual horror movie." Like,
yeah,
he said
I heard about that too.
So,
Yeah.
so what do you overrated, underrated with Us, Nick?
For me, I would probably say underrated just because I feel like a lot of, the past 2 movies Jordan's released, they actually have, like Mike said, a lot of subliminals. They have a lot of things you would have to go back and just like maybe watch a breakdown for. That's a lot of stuff that goes over your head the initial watch. So I know for me, when I saw it, there were a lot of things I didn't pick up on initially. So I had to go back, watch a like YouTube breakdown.
Yeah, right.
And when you do that, you realize like, wow, there was a lot of thought put into this movie, and it covers a lot of like current day issues. So I mean, he's killing it with the symbolism, and it's for the culture. I feel like he has a lot of issues with color and issues with between our people that he tries to bring into the movie, try to integrate. So
And
yeah, I feel like it's underrated just because if you were to watch it, you wouldn't pick up on it right away. It's something that you have to digest. It's something that's like very impactful. That's very like thought provoking, introspective. Like I feel like he one of the only.
He's low key about to steal your point.
It's like when
I feel like coming too, right? Like, go ahead.
He kept talking.
No.
The more he went, I was like, damn, like
Right,
Michael legit gave the same exact reasoning, but like he just went more in depth.
I don't even mean to like overshadow what he's saying because we definitely have the same idea with the whole thing. But yeah, like Mike said, just piggybacking off of that, it's super thought provoking.
Okay, Mike,
Right.
you get your fucking point, bro. You got it. You get your point.
My thing with Jordan Peele is like, he's so abstract and he's so creative with like everything he's doing. Like Us, bro, literally, movies usually click with me like that.
Word,
But Us, I had to literally like read articles, videos, like.
Okay, so like give me, because I didn't watch it.
Word.
So give me give me a scenario or what happened in the movie.
Like,
where
spoiler? I'm not trying to spoil that.
I don't care.
It don't matter.
I don't
It
care to
matter.
me. If they haven't watched it on the pod,
quick little synopsis and nothing crazy, bro.
Like the bunnies, I heard about the bunnies. I heard about.
Yeah, because it's like the bunnies. From what I'm hearing about that, is like a bunny is one of the first things scientists do. Like when they clone, they'll clone a bunny.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that it wasn't like
Pause. Is cloning a real thing?
Yeah.
Okay. Have
genetic cloning.
We're going that. Okay.
Yeah.
Real. Okay.
Yeah.
'Cause I know they clone like fruit and shit like that, but to me that's about it.
Yeah,
okay,
I mean,
okay.
Yeah, they're furthering the research on it with like genotypes and phenotypes, but
Biology major 101.
watch out,
Ladies and
bro.
gentlemen.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
But,
isn't
they're
our
trying to,
genetic
gather-
structure similar to a bunny, similar
it's
to like a rat?
They're trying to gather more information on how to make the cloning process more successful.
Yeah.
So they're like doing and using different types of organisms, like not even just animals. They're trying to use different organisms to like clone whatever.
I'm looking at you.
You learn something new every day.
Yeah, I'm looking at you because I'm just like, okay, he's talking about my boy's talk. Because you were just saying like you was gonna get on podcast and be like, I don't know what I'm gonna say, blah 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 blah. But
we found something he's knowledgeable about.
Yeah, okay. But go ahead, bro. Keep talking about the bunnies. Of the clones,
but I feel like that wasn't even something that was like that creative.
Okay, then what was to you? Or I'm just pass the torch to Nick, and Nick's gonna steal your point of like what?
You pass the torch to Nick, bro.
Re-ask the question real quick.
The question is like what part or what sample in the movie? I guess sample. That's not even the right word to use, but sample in the movie. Symbolism.
Yeah,
there you go. The symbolism in the movie.
Yeah.
That made you like think twice, or you was like, oh, I gotta go back and like I didn't see that the first time.
Yeah, without spoiling too much, I would definitely say when the little girl, when she was at the fair with the Michael Jackson Thriller T-shirt, that shit like blew my mind.
Beyond me.
So without like spoiling too much, basically it covers the main character and her family. It starts off like at a fair, like a state fair.
Yeah.
Her parents, they're off doing their own thing. Her dad ends up winning her a prize. She chooses a Michael Jackson like Thriller T-shirt, and so that scene in the movie, and there's a lot of pop culture references to Michael Jackson in the movie, but the Thriller T-shirt, I mean, I feel like you wouldn't get it unless you watched it.
Okay. But
it covers like the duality of the whole music video with Thriller. Obviously, Michael Jackson starts out as like a mortal, and then when the sun sets, like on the full moon, he turns into a zombie. In that music video. And without spoiling too much,
and that's what kind of happened in the movie at the same time.
In a way, he kind of covered with the whole like cloning thing. So if you can kind of picture like there's maybe two different sides of the characters that you see.
Somebody told me the whole. They told me the whole thing, so I already know. It's just that I can't watch it. I'm a cry my eyes.
Quit being
cry my eyes. Hey man, I get it from my mom, man. I can't watch scary movies.
I would definitely classify us as like a suspense. Or
I heard
a
it's thriller, not really horror.
More of a thriller, yeah. I'm not sure why he markets it as as a horror movie.
Horror, okay.
But it's definitely something that like keeps you on the edge of your seat.
So if I ask the question, like, when you seen the trailer of it, what did you think the movie would like entail? Like, what did you think it was gonna be about? Because personally, I
feel like the trailer, it didn't really give me a good like idea of what the movie was gonna be about.
It doesn't.
Per se.
It doesn't.
I just saw like a black family. They were going on like a little retreat, like a little lake.
I thought it was gonna be a classic horror movie, bro.
Yeah,
to be honest,
and you kind of think about classic horror movie because of the like the real ominous music and shit.
Yeah, that part got me. But my thing is, like, when I first saw the
trailer was more scary than the movie.
On me?
Was it really?
Bro, what? The trailer had me. I put a blanket over my face when I seen the trailer.
Nah, the movie was definitely creepy though. I would say that. Like, it's definitely creepy.
But let me tell you, bro. I was thinking when I first seen the trailer, I was like, "This is gonna be deep," because I was thinking it was gonna like talk about how like we're our own worst enemy, or like what I'm saying, we're the negative.
Well, that's what I heard it was really about though. Like it's like you're your own worst enemy at the end of the day. Like you hold yourself back to what you really could be or become. Is that mom calling?
Hey, yo.
She's trying to like ask the other podcast is going like, "Hey son, did you prepare?"
Chill out, mom.
Nah, it covers like the duality of the human. Like we're not. like we're not good or bad, but so like our lives, our decisions are like up to us to decide, like up for someone else to decide, like someone else looking in. So that's what the movie covers, because it has a big plot twist at the end that forces the watcher to say like, hey, what was this character? Were they good or were they bad? And so I definitely I fucked with that aspect of the movie.
I heard the mom was just trying to get her life back. That's all I'm gonna say.
Man, bro,
that's all I'm gonna say.
really,
The mom was just trying to get her life back.
See, I had to like really look into things. Like I didn't realize it at first. It wasn't even just the mom.
Nigga, I was about to say I didn't realize it, but I didn't even watch the shit.
Bro, the mom wasn't even the one who was the only one tethered. It was the little boy as well.
Really?
Yeah. And I thought the little boy was regular.
Well, I mean, it's almost like a domino effect, because obviously when you have the mom, she makes the boy, it's like a whole family thing, so it affects the family as well. But I was reading some YouTube comments after I had watched the breakdown, and people were just like, people weren't in AP English and it shows, because like it definitely covers like the tethered shit.
Yeah.
Okay, so my thing is, when do you think the mom got switched, or was she already switched before she got there?
Nah, it doesn't tell you in the beginning of the movie, but like as the plot moves on, you kind of see like at what point it was switched, and it actually happened at the fair.
Okay.
That I was telling you about.
Okay.
Yeah, she goes into like one of those house of mirrors or whatever, and that's where she first encounters like I'm gonna call it like the negative side of her, or like the evil side or whatever, and they get switched, and yeah, from there it just kind of like picks off, and it always comes back to like her being in that other dimension, right? And it just shows like what happened afterwards. But the tethered people, I guess you can say, are like the alter ego of them. It's like a mirror effect. Okay. They cover that in the movie, but they're almost like their alter ego, like they're like the good and evil side, you know what I'm saying? And so all their decisions or anything they do is mirrored by the people like in that other dimension.
No, dang, I didn't even catch that.
Yeah. Like, I mean, where you remember the dance scene where Shorty's at the like ballet recital.
Oh yeah,
and she's dancing, but the girl like in the underworld or in the other dimensions like mirroring her moves backwards. So like it's crazy, but yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, because
I didn't even catch that.
Yeah. It was just saying like I think she told her, she was like, you were my way out, like as a dancer, or as like a creative, you were the person who like made me different in that realm. And so they saw her as like the special one, and so she was allowed to go to the normal world and switch herself to like the normal human world. Because remember, I think when they were sitting down in the living room with the family, when the two families were sitting down, she was just talking about I forget the main character's name. She was just talking about how like you were allowed to Lupita. It's like, you were allowed to take in the fresh air and the trees and eat regular food, and we got like the scraps, and like you were living in the sunlight, we were in darkness. Like everything was like the mere opposite.
Bring your mic up a little bit for me.
Yeah, everything was like opposite. So yeah, it was just crazy.
Okay.
Yeah. Wow.
Okay. There's a lot of symbolism.
How do you guys feel? Because I know like on that movie, of course, Jordan Peele is only like putting black cast members as like the vocal point of his movies.
Right. Yeah.
And how do you guys feel about that? Because you have white people that be like, or us black people, we'd be like, how come we don't have black people as the main stars of the movie?
Yeah.
But then when white people come and watch it, or when white people, they be like, well, make your own movies. Then you'll have your own like black people as the stars.
Yeah.
But then when they watch it, they're like, okay, well, now how come we don't have, why isn't there any white people as the main stars of the movie? So like, how if you guys, I don't have a problem with it. I don't think there is a problem with it, because like it would be like a Black Panther thing. I was happy to see Black Panther.
Yeah, no,
a black man having a lead role
the reception
in
Black Panther got just off of like the strength of being a predominantly black cast and being for the culture was dope. I feel like it got a little bit overboard. There were some people that like took it and ran with it, and obviously it became like a gimmick, so it kind of overshadowed the message that the movie was trying to bring. But I think it's dope personally. I feel like a lot of directors should learn from that. I feel like Peele kind of he separated himself from a lot of the industry by doing that, whether good or bad, because a lot of people may not receive that well. A lot of people may not look at that as something that they would do or they'd adapt for their movies, but
I think it was a big risk.
It was definitely a big risk.
A huge risk.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I loved it. He even talked about it on Twitter. He was like, you know, he didn't want to put white people in the casting because he was like, we already seen that movie before.
Right. Yeah.
You know
True.
what I'm saying? So it's like, for years upon years, decades upon decades, we're seeing the same exact thing.
For sure. Yeah.
So it's like I'm happy that he acknowledged that and he wants to change like
the narrative.
Yeah, because it's just like it becomes so basic seeing the same exact people. I'm not trying to say they look all.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like we're seeing the same people
Mm-hmm.
doing the same exact thing.
Yeah.
And I'm happy she's trying to change that narrative. And I feel like we need that like in America in general with
Mm-hmm.
everything. Like not even just movies. Like judicial systems.
Mm-hmm.
Like we need people siding with us like in general, bro. Like
Okay.
to, you know, bring us up.
Yeah.
So I mean I love what he's doing personally.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay. Next topic. Overrated or underrated? Lil Uzi and his troubles with his contract, and also his leaked songs. Overrated or underrated? How do you feel about it?
Mike wants me to go first.
Yeah, that's your boy.
You always want to piggyback off the boy.
I fuck with Uzi, but I'm gonna actually say overrated, just because this is someone I've done my research on, and I remember maybe back in like November of last year, around that time last year, there was an article that came out. It might have been by Complex. It said that Uzi had like upwards of 3,500 songs unreleased with Young Thug alone.
Yeah.
And so, like, to me, I feel like a lot of these snippets that are coming out are just throwaways. And I mean, yeah, they're great and, you know, they're good sounding, but I feel like a lot of people are fiending for them just because we haven't gotten new Uzi in so long. So, like, I feel like the finished product is going to be a lot more dope. Yeah. And this is just something to, like, hold over. And I think it's a genius marketing strategy because I feel like Uzi and his camp are actually the ones responsible for the leaking. And it just kind of generates hype. I mean, he's kind of taken a note out of our page out of Playboy Cardi's book. I mean, they're obviously guys. Like, they hang out with each other. You know, they tight. So I'm sure they kind of mirror each other's, like, whole marketing.
Do you think he's kind of doing the Frank Ocean scheme as well? Because you know how Frank Ocean had a horrible sign. Right. Was he with Def Jam at that time?
I believe so. Yeah,
when he was with Def Jam, and so to get out his contract, he just released Endless.
That was genius.
It was genius. I feel like I'm not sure if he's taking a note out of Frank Ocean's book though, because I feel like his deal is a little bit more different. He's actually signed to DJ Drama over at Generation Now. Okay, and so I think they just have like they have his masters, like they have the overall like say in what he can drop regardless of like an album or features or, you know, a verse on anything. And with Frank, he was, you know, tied to like an album deal, and so in order for him to become indie or for him to get out of that deal, he just had to drop an album.
He sure did,
and it was dope too.
He made Apple paid him $20 million.
I saw that.
$20 million.
Wild.
That's crazy. He finessed
straight up. Oh yeah.
I saw that interview with A$AP Rocky. He
covered me too. More. That's where I got it from. A$AP Rocky's like, bro, he
beyond me.
He finessed him, but nobody wants you to know about like how he finessed them. But like Frank Ocean finessed Def Jam like out of all the money. And then ever since then, Def Jam was like, we're not doing any signing deals like, I guess, with Apple or anything like that. And I was like, damn, that's crazy.
He changed the culture of that. I think Drake did something similar with Young Money. Yeah.
Really?
When he dropped "If You're Reading This Now, It's Too Late."
That
was around the time where they said, you know, you have like one album left on your contract. You can choose to drop, you know, whatever. And apparently I don't know if it was like a speculation or like if it was a conspiracy, but they said that the actual album title was a message to, I guess, Birdman and the people at Young Money. Like, if you're reading this now, I'm out of my deal. You feel me?
And I've always thought that about that album though, like, cause like you're reading this, you're too late.
I always wondered like, how did he get that title?
And it's crazy to think that like that might not have been something orchestrated to be like a, you know, great album from Drake, but it's still up there. You know, my top 3, top 5. Because I mean, Drake's put out a lot of work, but it's still a solid album. It's not shitty by any means.
Oh, not at all. When that album came out, I was banging that shit every day.
Yeah, that shit definitely.
Shout out to Quentin Miller too.
Smacked,
Quentin Miller definitely helped out.
Word.
That's my guy.
We need to talk about that too.
QM.
Yeah,
that's my guy.
But go ahead, tell us how you feel. Yeah, Uzi.
With Uzi, I feel like he can do no wrong. Like,
this is surprising coming from you.
But I'm saying, like, if you really look back, like, look at the albums he's dropped.
Yeah.
Like.
Oh, for sure. I already know.
Every mixtape or album he's dropped. Not everyone. The one with 1017. That one was trash. I don't even.
You think so?
I don't. Bro, it disgusts me.
Hold on. Let me pull up all his albums.
You talking about Love Is Rage too?
No.
Are you talking about 1017 versus the world with Gucci?
I mean, my stomach is getting sick. That is the most garbage.
That might be the weakest. That might be the weakest link for sure. But I mean, shit. Like, even though Uzi's from Philly, I feel like anyone would love to work with Gucci. So I feel like that was more of a personal.
Where's the 1017 album at?
1017 versus the world. It's a mixtape.
It doesn't deserve.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say it's not on Apple.
It's on Spinrilla.
But like, bro, Love Is Rage 2.
That was good.
Oh my god.
It's
no skip.
Because I'm not from the cap. I'm not a Lil Uzi fan at all.
Wow.
Huh? Hey man, I mean, he has bangers. He has complete bangers.
Right.
Like, I don't wanna die, though, boy. That shit hard. I think that's Lil Uzi, right? That shit hard as shit. What's the other one? The money one where it's like, I died.
Stuff about money.
No, but bro, it's like it's the one he's like my friends are Benjamins or some shit like that.
All my friends are dead.
All my friends are dead. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the Mama one, bro. That whole whole Love Is Rage 2 was an amazing album. Me personally, I don't like Lil Uzi.
You're entitled to your own opinion.
As an artist, your opinion isn't correct.
As an artist, he makes amazing music.
Okay.
Right.
But at the same time, I don't like to hop on bandwagon. So that's why I don't get, because bro, when he came out, everybody was on his motherfucking dick, and I was just like, bro, give the man.
But it's rightfully so.
Not
it's
for
rightfully
not for the first 2 albums he dropped. I'm not gonna say that. The Love Is Rage and Lil Uzi versus the World. I'm not gonna say that.
Whoa.
No,
those are 2 of his best projects.
I'm not gonna say
crazy.
that. Love Is Rage 2 is what made me be like, okay, he got something.
Bro,
yeah,
he had something.
Albums, they connect to you. I feel like people consider like Drake's Take Care to be his best album, and it's a great album. But for me, that wasn't my favorite Drake album.
Not More Life.
I mean, the one that resonated with me the most was Nothing Was the Same, because that came out around a time where I was just like starting to get into hip hop heavy, like 9th grade year.
Was Nothing Was the Same was the one with the little boy with the hair? With
Tuscan
Leather?
That was the
Tuscan Leather.
That album is just solid.
That album was a solid.
But I think with Uzi,
really
bro, it's like you can associate Uzi's music with a time in your life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like Drake, like that's a rare quality to have as an artist.
Well, I don't see why you're making that face, bro. It's making me disgusted. Uzi, think about when Love Is Rage dropped. All right,
I can't. Look,
P's and Q's.
Okay, so look
at P's and Q's.
Shout out my P's and my Q's, guys.
Look at you, look at my right now. How you gonna say you're not a fan of him, but you rock with like?
Hey, cause bro, that's one song. Like that's one song out of like the whole album that I really like. Okay, that's off of Love Is Rage, right? That's off.
I think so. Right?
Love Is Rage.
Love Is Rage.
Which one? What song is that?
So.
P's and Q's.
It's not. P's and Q's is not on here. I'm looking at it. Hold on.
Then it must be
It must be it's Lil Uzi versus the World.
It was Uzi versus the World.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I had Money Longer too. And that was like a smash.
Come on now, bro. Like.
We'll see. Hold on.
Money Longer and P's and Q's, and I want to say it was like 8 or 7 songs. Like it wasn't even that many songs.
Yeah.
6. Who knows?
9.
9 songs.
9 songs.
9 songs. Right.
This is crazy. It's a damn EP, damn near, you know.
You're right. Come on.
So,
bro, like,
but I mean,
you can't overlook it.
You know what?
What's the next topic though?
Look. I'm gonna give you. What you said. I'm gonna give it to you because I'm looking at Lil Uzi versus the World right now. I did like High Roller.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Like, you can't.
And I'm surprised like this is not starred. High Roller's not starred because everybody liked High Roller. I'm a High Roller.
Right. Yeah. That's
Money Longer. I don't remember Money Longer. I don't remember how that goes.
What? It do not matter.
Oh, Turn to Savage. Oh,
yeah,
no.
Pockets got fatter.
And then you was right.
Shit's dope.
Yeah. You was right. I was right. Okay, look, maybe I just don't
But
want to
like in terms of like, well, the new shit. How do you feel? Like,
maybe I don't want to give the man his credit. Maybe that's
because you listen to the leaks, right?
A hater.
I'm not a hater. Fuck you.
All right.
So like I was saying.
No. You were talking about the leaks, right?
Yeah.
And just his new shit. Bro, I feel like Uzi, I feel like when he releases Love is Rage 2, like, I'm not going to say it's going to be impossible, but, like, this is definitely his most hyped project up
I thought
to
Love is
recently.
Rage 2 was his
And I feel like there's gonna be some way that he's not gonna live up to the hype that this album brings. I feel like some people, like, overall his fans are gonna be pleased because it's just new work from him, but the shit's just so hype now.
Oh, that shit did.
It might be impossible to live up to.
For like the worst or the better?
Nah, I mean he's definitely not happy with the current situation he's in because he can't put out his own music. But Uzi's someone I feel like he like capitalizes off of that like fake sad wave, or I mean he could be like genuinely going through shit, but like it kind of, it's weird because I don't know, it just seems like his mental health isn't there, and it's just like, you know, you have everything you can possibly want, right? You know,
but I mean he does, but he doesn't. Like I remember in the interview he was talking about like friends, like how his like friendships aren't like solid. You know what I'm saying?
For sure,
like,
and that comes with the territory. Like, you feel me?
Yeah, like a lot of things come with it, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like we're talking about that with Nipsey Hussle.
Yeah.
Like, you know, kind of in a different way.
Right.
Oh, go ahead. I was about to say, watch yourself. Watch yourself.
Like,
don't talk too much.
Once you get notoriety, like a couple of things begin to change.
Yeah.
Like.
So I mean, I can see, because I mean he definitely has been asking for, like, he doesn't want the fame right now. You know, he's saying like if I can backtrack, if I can rewind to like, you know, 2013, I would. You know what I'm saying? That's
everybody though who like gets into that business though.
Yeah,
like,
I definitely feel like
who becomes an entertainer who becomes famous. They're just like, well, after that, like I just want the money and that's it. I don't want the fame.
For sure, yeah. Some people aren't cut out.
You lose people like how he lost his girlfriend. Maybe like now he's like, damn, like when he first was with her, the first girlfriend he had, he's like, damn, well maybe like I shouldn't have lost her like the way I did, or treat her like the way I have, but because of like how my life like just progressed so quickly and I didn't know like what to do with it.
Yeah. Right, and it seems like they begin to be detached from themselves. Like
that's valid.
Yeah, once they grow like more and more fame, like
and that's like I can see that from him. Like he's looking different. Like at all times, I don't know if it's just because like the nose rings, and, like the 6'6".
I mean, he definitely has the resources to express himself. I feel like people say like, oh shit, you know, he Uzi or Thug or who you know, a lot of these bigger name artists, they get money and they switch up, they kind of change their image, and I feel like Uzi is like the most Uzi he's been in a long time because he has the money and resources to express himself. I just feel like with that comes, you know, you obviously like losing friendships and losing friends, this, that, and the third. But he's been spending a lot more time in Philly lately, so he has been like back in his home area, like back in his what's familiar with him, and he's been connecting with some of those guys. He doesn't seem to be like, you know, out in LA or in Atlanta all too much. I mean, he's cool with like people from YSL, and he's cool with that label and that camp, but he seems to be more like focused on maintaining some of those older relationships, like with people he probably grew up with. Because he's, you know, out in Philly. He's a Philly dude. A lot of people wouldn't know that based on his music, but that's where he's from. Philly.
So. Brotherly love.
Yeah.
Glad. Brotherly love.
But
I gotta get out of Philly soon, bro. Man, that's somewhere I've yet to be.
Philly.
The cheesesteaks bust.
I think I've been to Philly one time. I just remember being cold.
You go everywhere one time.
No, bro. Like that's how you gotta do it, bro. Yeah. You trying to hit multiple locations. The only thing I remember about Philly is it being cold.
That's anywhere up there though.
But it was like cold.
You must have went during the winter.
Disrespectful.
Winter.
Yeah.
That's where you went during the winter.
It was I mean, I had no choice. I was young, but Philly just cold.
I feel it.
I'm not saying that's the only thing to it, but it's like I wouldn't try to go to Philly.
You met you a couple Johns up there. That's what they call the females Johns.
I was like 10 years old.
So you did meet you a couple Johns up there.
At age 10?
Yeah. At age 10, I was me and Johns.
You don't even got a John now, much less back when he was 10.
All right, ease up, fool. Ease up.
Hell no.
I mean, that was a cootie era.
Okay.
I feel that.
Okay, so overrated, underrated, black on black crime. You guys already
black on black crime.
Hey, Just speak. Just speak on it. You already know where this is going.
Okay, yeah.
So look, overrated, underrated, black on black crime.
Shit.
Well, we all know it's overrated.
I feel everybody.
Everybody knows that is overrated. I don't even know why I asked the fucking question, but it's overrated.
Black on black crime.
Yeah. You think it's underrated?
I don't even know how. I was gonna take a different approach to it.
Oh, well
I feel like it's. I feel like I guess it being in the news and it being something that we should push to prevent is underrated. I feel like we're so focused on like the All Lives Matter movement and us, being equal that we're killing each other within our own community. I feel like it's something that's not pushed enough. Like it's something like we're so fit to mourn and to show our condolences, and then a week or two later, it seems like someone else dies, and it's become normality. But I feel like in terms of us, like we have everyone going against us. Like it's more of a thing. Like we should be uplifting, like together. We gotta be together in order to overcome the obstacles that were placed on our culture for hundreds of years. And this whole black on black crime thing, like it's obviously gotten out of hand.
I disagree with you with the all lives matter. Cause I think black people really just care about the Black Lives Matter.
I hear that. Yeah.
Like I disagree with you on that part because I know for a fact, like of course all lives matter.
Yeah.
But what we're saying is Black Lives Matter, and like we get racially profiled all the time.
Yeah.
The system is really to put us down at all times.
I can hear. I mean, yeah. I definitely agree with that.
So
I just feel like that agenda of like, black on black crime, I feel like is not spoken. I wouldn't say not spoken out against enough, but I feel like it needs to be taught to more of like the younger generation.
Yeah.
Like we shouldn't resort to killing each other because it's regressive. Like it's hurting us more than it's helping us. Like we should be uplifting to our brothers and to our kind because together we can change the world. You know what I mean? It's not something that needs to be taken lightly.
And I like how you said that because that's what really just happened this week. Like we're regressing because Nipsey, rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace.
I'm not gonna say my boy Nipsey Hussle, but my brother Nipsey Hussle.
Yeah.
He died about what 3-4 days ago. It was something like that, right?
Yeah.
3-4 days ago. Six shots.
6 shots.
One was fatal to the head, right outside his store in Crenshaw. They said they say his nickname, the dude that killed him. I don't know his real name, but they said his nickname was Shitty.
Yeah, Shitty.
Which is crazy to me. His nickname was Shitty.
Yeah.
And Shitty just got out of jail. Because everybody at first was like, oh, it was the Dr. Sebi and the AIDS.
Yeah.
We can talk about that too.
Yeah, we can talk about that too.
And I mean, that's definitely, it's not
coincidental. That is a coincidence. I mean, it's not coincidental.
Oh, it is coincidental.
But yeah, you understand what I'm saying. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like how every time somebody try to put out Dr. Sebi's AIDS or HIV cure, they just somehow like Left Eye, Tupac.
I was gonna say, anytime they try to shed any light on it, they happen to pass away.
Yeah. And it's crazy because
we'll still never truly know, what I'm saying, what the agenda was. Yeah. But it definitely is something that should be brought to everyone's attention. And I saw Nick Cannon was actually gonna honor Nipsey and carry on that documentary, which is dope. Too. But we gotta what's it called? Protect. Yeah, we gotta protect Nick Cannon for real. Like we gotta start this movement. Like protect Nick Cannon because Nick Cannon, a lot of people don't realize like he actually is.
He does a lot.
He does a lot for the culture. He definitely has the resources. He has the knowledge to do this kind of thing, and it's commendable. I feel like it's very honorable, and that's what Nipsey probably would have wanted.
But
hats off to Nick.
It's like, I mean, the dialogue about the death of Nipsey Hussle is people are trying to say either the
Sebi.
Yeah, they're trying to say it was Sebi related. So the dude who killed him, the government hired him.
Yeah.
Or it could have been just someone who Nipsey had beef with.
No, it wasn't. The other story is that Shitty, the person that came, he just got out of jail. He came up to the store at Crenshaw where Nipsey Hussle was at, and I guess he was talking to Nipsey, and Nipsey said, "You a snitch."
Yeah,
like get the fuck away from me because you a snitch and don't come back.
Right.
And like all in all, that comes down just to the male ego.
Yep.
He didn't like being casted away.
For sure.
And so he just came back and shot Nipsey. And that kind of bogs my mind how you can shoot a person that's doing so much for your community, even though your male ego is hurt.
I was gonna say,
like,
when
I
you
don't
touched on
understand
it,
the male ego.
people do a lot of things because they feel like victimized,
Yeah.
you know. But what's crazier is I actually saw a post on Instagram. Someone I follow had shared it. The shitty dude, he was actually like in the Rolling 60s with Nipsey. Like they were tight. You know what I'm saying, at one time or another. And I guess when he went to jail, they cut ties with him because of he might have took a plea deal.
He snitched.
And that's not respected in the hood. So I mean, it goes to show you that, like, you know, I think Nipsey said it best. He said it in an interview. The people that you grow up with, you know, they're gonna be generally envious of what you do. They're gonna be on some hater shit, but it'd be easy for someone that doesn't know you to be proud of your accomplishments. It's always the people you're closest to who try to tear you down, try to bring you down, who are envious of your success because of their circumstances. And so I hate it had to be Nip because, you know, he was obviously doing a whole lot for that community. I encourage everybody to try to do something for their community and to take after Nip and try to make a difference, because I mean, our life is short, but he's gonna be remembered for what he did for others more than, you know, what he did in the rap industry, because he, you know, very well could have just, you know, taken that money or taken that success, moved and you know, been kind of selfish with his accomplishments, but, you know, he stayed in his hood, you know, built resources in that hood to better the people.
2 kids.
Was a great family man. You know, you never heard about him beefing with anybody. He left the street shit. And the rap shit. They were 2 different parallels. Like, he definitely kept them separated. And of course, up until now with this whole gang related
like he was
incident.
just hitting his prime. He was just getting into like his prime. Like, he's always been smart. Like everybody this whole week has been showing like old videos of him talking and everything like that.
No, he's very prophetic.
And he's been
he
smart.
Be dropping knowledge.
Not even like being poetic, but just like being like
prophetic.
He said prophetic.
He's like wise beyond his years.
I think said poetic. I'm about to say I guess so. I was like, wait, that shit. I was like, nah, we didn't talk about that. But no, he's most definitely one of the good ones that we've lost.
For sure.
Yeah, but I didn't know that like they were tweeting about it and they said like he was teaching black kids in the hood to code and prepare for the technological revolution.
Like, he was getting into digital marketing, bro.
Yeah, I know he was talking about like cryptocurrency, Bitcoin and all that.
Yeah,
which is crazy.
Yeah, he was talking about like he was teaching former bangers about stocks and bonds.
Yeah, bro.
Real estate, being business owners, like
he wants niggas to make it, bro,
and succeed. That's what I'm saying.
Succeed in life.
Very few people actually genuinely care about their community to the point where they want to like build it up.
And he's the type of person that would like give the clothes off his back for someone who was down bad. You feel me?
Right.
I think there was he was actually recognized by like LAPD, by the police, by the head of the sheriff's department.
He surely was.
They said, you know, he was a stand-up guy. He's someone that meant a lot to that community. Like, you know that you're impactful when you're being recognized by the LAPD.
Yeah.
And there's, you know, several small cases of him, you know, showing love to the unfortunate. I think I saw something on the internet. It had talked about there was a guy who like used to do the lights in that little strip, and like every day before work, Nipsey would ask him like if he needed something to drink, you know, something to eat. He tried to get back to him, and the guy was real prideful. You know, he'd always deny him like, yo, you don't have to do this for me, blah blah blah. And Nipsey would just constantly show him love, just let him know that like his services were appreciated, because he was the guy who. Like I said, he helped with the electricity, helped with the lights in that strip, so keep their block lit and everything. And so it was just dope to see that like Nipsey always valued everyone who like, I guess, brought something to that community. And it was just one of those things. Like I know he had employed some people who were coming in and out of jail to like give them a better opportunity to, you know, to work for his store. To build themselves back up, to get them from out of that bad situation, and they were really appreciative of it. And it's just it sucks, bro. Like, we really lost a service
heart. Like,
we lost
when you really look into his life. But it's crazy because a lot of that information wasn't like shared or brought up until he passed away.
Passed away,
You know
because
what I'm saying?
and that's, I feel like it almost it's sad knowing that like what he meant to everyone was, I mean, I'm not gonna say for nothing, but it's sad knowing that like he did all that, and I guess we don't know about it till he died.
Right.
But that's the true definition of, like you said, having a servant's heart. You do things without there being any incentive, you know,
There was spotlight on you, yeah.
without any spotlight on you in the first place. So it's just crazy, man. Like
How
a lot
do
of
you
people.
feel about all the attention? How do you feel about all the attention that he's getting right now? Like, even though he's dead, like his Instagram following has went up through the roof, and like everybody now is hopping on his music, which isn't a bad thing. Yeah. But to me, my thing is like, don't just listen to the music because the dude is dead now. Yeah. And I kind of hate that. Even though I say go listen to his music because he owns everything. So his family is definitely getting the money that they deserve. Yeah. But my thing is, if you're gonna pay respect, like pay it. Don't like fake pay it and just like follow him. Then like like.
I mean, but I feel like in terms of music, it's kind of like whenever it's, I guess whenever something comes upon you, like I don't know, like if someone were to put me on something, I'd be appreciative of it, but I'd much rather me like come across it myself. And I mean, it is unfortunate that people are like just now appreciating Nipsey's music when he passed away, but it kind of goes to show you like if they're actually resonating with it, if they're actually listening to it and digesting it, then maybe, you know, it's something they needed to have. Like it's something that it shouldn't matter when they get put on, because he left his music for the masses to listen to. Like it was something that should be appreciated after he dies. You know what I mean? I do see your point with the whole like, you know, showing fake love thing, but you don't have to necessarily like his music to appreciate what he did as a man, and that's something that like speaks volumes about who he is and like what we can learn from that. Because I mean,
but I mean, you begin to be more appreciated like after you're dead.
Yeah, and that's just
like
a
you
given.
don't get your flowers sent lying in your tomb. You know what I'm saying? Even if you look at like an artist,
that's just a given.
Someone who just like paints, just a regular artist, when they die,
their art's worth more. Like with Michael Basquiat.
Exactly, it increases
his shit was worth
by
way
so
more
much
after he passed away.
With Nipsey, I feel like everything he's doing, like, it's being more appreciative now that he's dead. Yeah. So, I mean, I'm not knocking anybody who like gets on his music now.
Yeah,
like we said, you know what I'm saying, it benefits his family.
Yeah, I'm not thinking. I still haven't listened to. I've listened to like 2-3 songs.
His discography is solid.
I know it's good. He wouldn't be good because like this is my thing. You're good like when you're Grammy nominated. You don't have to win. You don't have to win a Grammy. Just get nominated. And then I'll listen to you.
Yeah, that's and I feel like thing. He was, and I feel like he definitely got more recognition after the fact.
Because he was Grammy nominated.
Because he was Grammy nominated. You know, he put out his, like you said,
last year.
He was in that prime of his career, and so he definitely wasn't a sleeper. He was he was out there. But like you said, it's just a given. I know with Mac Miller, his streams quadrupled. His streams tripled. You know,
he went up over 2,000%.
Yeah, and same for X.
His streams went up over 2,000%.
Really?
Yeah, I knew it was some like crazy margin, but his streams definitely increased. X, obviously, his streams increased substantially.
Yeah, but I think that's the thing that's not sitting well with me, bro. It's just like these artists, they're getting to their prime. Like Mac Miller was swimming. Yeah, he was getting to his prime.
All these
artists. I thought he was already in his prime.
No, I feel like swimming was on a whole other level, like of instrumentation. Like, bruh, he was getting to a level where it's just like.
To me, he was already in his prime.
You talking about like Faces era, like? Or you talking about like Faces?
I feel like the Divine Feminine really took it off.
That's what right there.
I feel like
swimming. I feel like he was all the way in his bag on that one, and then he was just going deeper and deeper.
Yeah.
Like I think
he's definitely coming into his own. Yeah, he was. I think he was like experimenting with sounds, and then I would say with swimming, he kind of he mastered that sound. Like he like came into his own jazz element.
Oh my gosh,
came into his own style of
like with like X, even Steez. I know, like, you know what I'm saying, he passed away like 7-8 years ago, but like Steez, I feel like they're literally like becoming more developed. And they're reaching prime levels, and then it's just like they're taken away from the world.
And it seems like it's all for nothing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and it's like, bro, like imagine, I'm not trying to like speak on Nipsey Hussle, like, you know, may his life, like rest in peace.
Take your phone off of it.
But I'm saying, like, imagine if he like kept on, like, if he was able to be here today and live like a full life, he could have benefited South Central LA like so much more. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like, I don't know. I feel like some things are just unleft and undone, but I mean, there's nothing you can do about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And you're out here.
I feel like people are. Yeah, and I feel like people are gonna they're gonna try to carry on what he left. Like they're gonna try to. I really hope so. Yeah. I mean, it goes to show you, like, one person can create like a ripple effect within that community. Maybe not saying Nipsey needed to die, but maybe something needed to happen to like a big figure in that community in order for change to be enacted. And I mean, you know, he shouldn't be used as a martyr for change, but he meant a lot to that community, and it's just something that needed to happen, I guess, for everyone. It was like a wake-up call. Like, this can happen to anybody, you know what I'm saying? Right, this is someone that's beloved in our community. What can we do to help? And I've seen a lot of rappers and a lot of artists, a lot of influencers reach out and try to make their donations. I know, obviously, there was like a mural at his store. There was a candlelit service, candlelight service, and then Dave East spoke up. That was really impactful. I didn't realize how like close they were. Oh yeah. As friends and everything, because obviously Dave East is from New York.
Didn't you say his bodyguard retired too?
Yeah, his bodyguard retired, bro. His little remarks on the situation, like,
that's crazy.
He really changed his life too. At the same, like, he changed. Nipsey Hussle changed that bodyguard's life.
Lauren London's remarks too. It's just like
I didn't read that. I didn't read
me,
that.
Dog.
Bro, like, it's
how was
crazy.
it?
Like,
here, I'll read. I'm gonna go on her gram and just, I guess, read the caption. It's really emotional though. Like, it's definitely something that's.
I know it's like, I lost my best friend. I
heard. I can't even imagine going through that.
I read today that she fainted.
They
said that she fainted today or yesterday or something like that. Like, she woke up and then she started crying, and then after that, she went to sleep, and then she woke up again, and then like she walked in the kitchen, and then like.
Bro,
she saw like he wasn't there, and she just passed out. Like, her eyes went into the back of her head, and she just passed out and hit her head on the countertop. That's what they said.
A void that just can't be filled with like any materialistic thing, like anything.
Because you're attached to that person. You've been with that person for so long.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, that's the father of her kids.
Yeah,
like, he was a leader. Like, not even.
It's still fresh. Like, it's definitely something it's never gonna quite be like you said, there's always gonna be that void, but it happened literally a few days ago. Like, it's still, I'm sure she's still like in shock about the situation, because that's someone who no one ever saw getting touched,
killed,
getting killed in his own city.
Did you hear about what's happening to Shitty? First of all, he has been attained.
Yeah, I saw that.
He has been attained, but they've also said, like, when they were looking for him, they gunned down 2 of his cousins.
Yup.
And they shot up his girlfriend's house.
Yup.
They were looking for that nigga.
Wait, who shot up the girlfriend's house?
Like, the gang members or whoever.
Just gang members. Like, they definitely they said like, you know, it was more of like y'all better hope the LAPD get him before we do.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Or we're gonna enact harm on like his whole family. And I saw there was a headline earlier today. I think maybe Academics reported it, or some other news source reported, blog posted it. It had something to do with him checking himself into a mental health facility.
Shitty?
He's trying to like claim insanity.
No,
or plead insanity.
No, bro.
And that's actually how the police apprehended him, because he checked himself into a mental health facility in LA.
If he gets off of that, somebody is killing him.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Literally. No, he will be found on the streets. Somebody will kill him, and nobody's gonna snitch on who killed him. Nobody's gonna care.
He has a mental health problem. Like, if you would want to do that, if you would want to what's the word I'm looking for? If you would want to take somebody out, like someone like Nipsey Hussle, and you have like, you're not thinking about the consequences or repercussions that come with it. You have.
Thing is though, bro, people.
I feel like he can't use that as like
an excuse,
or like as for what he did.
But the thing
like,
is,
he obviously has a problem.
The thing is,
he obviously has a problem
all the time.
But he's doing it just to, like, he was trying to lay low, and he's trying to, I guess not reap what he sowed in that.
Yeah,
in that
bro.
sense.
It's like, bro, you cannot use that to get out of it.
But they
you know what
literally
I'm
do
saying?
that all the time in court. They do
Especially-
that all the time.
They do that for the. Yeah, I mean, the white people get
The white
that.
people. I was
That's what
just
I'm
gonna
saying.
say that the
They
Caucasian
do
people.
that all the
card.
time in court. They just plead insanity, bro. And
like with Dylan Roof and like
Yeah.
all these
Yeah,
like
but I'm
mass
saying-
shooters.
Yeah, you have a mental problem, whatever. But first of all, was it even diagnosed? Like,
we don't.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
Nah, but I
Probably
mean,
was it? When is shit diagnosed?
they'd overlook
Michael?
it anyway. Like,
but it's just like I feel like
And if
your
it
consequence, you still have to. You know what I'm saying? The law is the law.
look, and when
The law is
when
definitely
it
the
does
law.
get
Justice needs
diagnosed,
to
he
be
gonna
served.
act stupid as shit.
Bro,
Come on, you understand? You understand what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
No, I see what you're saying.
He's
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
he's gonna make sure that it looks like he's
Mm-hmm.
insane.
but they're definitely gonna try. I feel like they're definitely gonna bring in people who were close to Nip and close to Shitty, and because obviously like they were both in the same gang.
Yeah.
They're gonna try. I think they're gonna interview and.
Is he Crip?
Yeah.
Okay,
Rolling
Crip, okay. I was
60s.
just making
That's
sure.
their gang.
60s, bro.
That's their
Speaking of
set.
the 60s, bro. Russell Westbrook, what he did.
Man, that shit.
That's what that was
so
for?
impactful.
Dog.
Was that
Yeah.
what that was for? I didn't understand. I wasn't even.
It would have been easy for him to drop 60 points, but he actually dropped 20, 20, and 20
I think that's
And that was-
the
and-
triple
dopest thing,
double.
bro.
with 20.
He
Yeah,
just took
20
half his stats and
20,
he still had a
20.
triple double.
right. And I mean, shit, this is something that was only done once before.
Twice. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I would
once
say
Wilt
two.
He
Chamberlain
was the
was
second
twice.
player
Yeah,
to
twice
do
together.
it.
Yeah.
He was only the second player in NBA history to do that. And him and Nip, they had
They were close.
a super close connection that dates back to like his UCLA days. A lot of people,
word. I
yeah,
didn't know that.
because Russ went to UCLA. It's crazy, bro. But I mean, there's pictures of them. There's pictures of them together from back in like 2013, 2014, way before Nipsey was a Grammy nominated artist.
Yep.
So, I mean, that shit was definitely. I don't know. I think his presence was felt that night. Like he definitely did it for him.
And I know the coach was trying to take him out with some time remaining, and Russell was like, nah.
Nah.
Coach. You know what I'm saying?
Finish
Because
this.
he knew he needed 2 more rebounds to
Yeah.
get to the 20-20-20 mark.
Yeah.
And he told his coach, nah, and he went out there and did it,
Mm-hmm.
which I thought was like one of the most spectacular events in sports history.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think.
And I mean,
20,
Russ,
20 assists,
Yeah,
right? Russ is steady
what?
breaking records. you know?
what I'm
rebounds
saying.
and points.
Averaging
you can
triple-double
you
the
can
whole
get 20.
season.
Assists is pretty hard to get. bro.
20 assists.
He was
20
giving up a
games
lot of
crazy.
shots.
20 rebounds is hard to get.
It is, but I'm just saying.
Even
like,
for a
that's
big man,
possible. Yeah.
even for a big
For
man,
big
20
men are not
rebounds.
touching it. A lot of big men aren't even
Steven
touching it.
Adams can definitely do that. But
Yeah, but of course a select few can do it. You know what I'm
Rudy
saying? But
Gobert.
how many guards do you know who can go and just put up?
Oh, we know.
Get 20 rebounds.
We
You know
know.
what I'm saying? Like Russell
Yeah.
Westbrook, what he did.
I'm about to say Paul George, but that's a small forward. I'm gonna leave you
Watch
alone.
out.
But let's not try to downplay this though. Like,
Word.
No,
it hasn't
no,
been-
I'm not downplaying
But
it at all.
I get you saying, but I'm saying like for a guard to go out and do that, I feel like
It's amazing.
One of the greatest
Yeah.
events to happen in sports history. Easy.
Yeah.
That was like I looked at his stat line because I be hating on Russell Westbrook. I'm not gonna lie. Like when y'all talk about triple doubles, I be
Yeah.
like, whatever.
It was whatever.
Yeah, but when I found out,
But was he efficient? Is that the
Yeah,
thing?
like, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's
He
like
could
bro
shoot
was
up.
efficient.
Right,
in
he'll
this
give you
triple-double.
20 points, but he'll take 55 shots. But when I saw it, like it said 20, 20, 20, and I did the math. At first, I didn't do the math, but my boy he was like, add them all up. So I put in the calculator.
He was like,
I put 20
You
plus
put 20, 20, and 20 in the
I had-
calculator.
You stupid as
You might be
shit.
remedial, dog.
No, bro, chill out, bro.
Like, are you
That's
funny?
the bigger
But I put
question.
it-
Are you remedial?
All right, ease up, ease up. I put it in the calculator. It said 60. And he was like, "What is 60s?"
Yeah,
And I was like, "Bro, cool out now."
It's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, "Chill out."
yeah,
Boy, he did.
it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's like when Chris Paul, I think he put up 61 for his
Yeah.
grandfather back in high school,
Yeah.
and just walked off the court afterwards, like was in tears. It's just it's crazy, and it would have been easy, like I said, for Westbrook to put up 60 points, but what
He
he
could've
did
done it,
was
yeah.
just super special.
Mhm.
And I mean, what a better way to honor
Yeah.
his partner than some shit like that, bro. So hats off to Westbrook too, man.
For real.
Okay. Well, it's 55 minutes. 50.
But dude, I wanted to touch on Lil Nas. I wanted to hear what
Do you want to touch on Lil Nas?
I want to
real
hear
quick?
what y'all
We
had
might
to
as
say
well have a
about it.
little speed round. with
Okay,
Lil Nas.
okay.
We might as well cover that.
I don't really have anything to say about Lil Nas. But overrated, underrated. Lil Nas being knocked off from the country billboards. Let's hear it. Now this is the final question. So whoever wins.
Who won the last round,
bro? I don't fucking
like,
know. Y'all are tied right now.
This, man. Nah, Nick been in his bag. I'll just be talking. I think Nick won the whole thing.
Nick is 2. You're 1.
I can add some. I could put some commentary on the Lil Nas situation,
okay,
bro.
let's hear it. I mean, it's discrimination all the way.
This is kind of an unpopular opinion, though.
Let's hear it.
I definitely, all right. It's discrimination.
Okay.
Period.
Yeah, period. Don't get me wrong. Like, they're acting on the prejudices, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Because I was in my research, and I want to say it was only 3 or 4 black artists were on the country Billboard. It was something like that. But my thing is, it's country music, but the 808s with it, bro, it's like, it knocks. And I can see where people would be like, oh, man, you know what I'm saying? It rock, bro. It slaps me. The song slaps.
That shit right.
Right. But my thing is,
in the bag.
I feel like country music, khaki pants, and polo shirts is the closest thing white people have to culture. I'm sorry, that sounds terrible, but that's what I think. That's what I genuinely think. Yeah,
but I mean, like, not to defend, I guess, their culture, but in a sense, I mean, maybe that is, like you said, the closest thing they have to culture. Really so they probably felt offended that he came and like, had a satirical little like take on country, but it definitely shouldn't be taken off the country music Billboard hits. And I feel like it all comes down to it's a racial thing.
See, that was my unpopular opinion. I feel like it shouldn't have.
It had enough elements of country to be considered country.
Exactly,
like.
but the 808s.
We all know that shit.
It to the,
but the thing is, Post Malone switches back and forth. So
that's what I'm saying.
What's the big deal? But Florida Georgia Line has been on the billboards, like the regular billboards, with
Nelly.
Nelly. Not even Nelly. It's also not The Game. What's his name? Florida.
Florida. They did have a song.
You understand what I'm saying? And that was on both sides.
But look, check me out. I definitely disagree with it. But I'm saying I could see where they would be like, okay, we don't want another. We want to protect our culture.
Yeah. That's what I was trying to cover.
The little that they do have, but it's not even culture really. But country music, khaki pants, and slit them little country boots. Little country boots. I mean, that's what they got. Like, black people are the culture, bro.
We've always been the culture.
That's what I'm saying. Like, everything is just from.
Let me try to hold that thing up. Just twist the knob right there, bro. On the bottom, where it said go all the way down. Go no middle. Go up, keep on up. Right, yeah. You feel that knob?
I'm dead. But the thing that gets me is that like younger white folks, they love the song. They be dancing to it. They be hitting the woe to it. But it's just the older folks trying to protect the name of country music.
Yeah,
that's all it is, bro.
It definitely.
That's what I think.
It's definitely one of those like viral overnight successes though. Like it has a lot of I guess like the dance craze behind it. You know, it's one of them things. Like he really did it
as a joke though.
No, like he networked. And what's crazy is I watched I think it might have been a Complex video over how country music has kind of been intertwined in hip hop lately, and I mean obviously with Easy Breezy Thugger Girls, Thug had some more like melodic country sounding elements to his shit. And then of course what wasn't really spoken on enough was that Lil Uzi and Lil Tracy collab, that like a farmer.
I never
heard the first.
I never heard that.
I'll have to run it back after the podcast, but it definitely. I think Lil Nas took inspiration from that joint and kind of put his own spin on it. And a lot of people were like initially tagging like Tracy and like, hey, he ran off with your shit, like ran off with your whole little satirical, funny like aspect with the whole like country shit. But I don't know. I think Nas' shit it definitely is maybe a little bit better, but it definitely had that like funny element on Twitter. Like it was a viral success, and I'm sure he didn't plan for it to be as big as it is.
No, I don't think he did either. Did you see that little kid? You know that little white kid that always dances to it?
Yeah. That kid gets fucking paid.
You know he gets 6 fucking figures, bro. 6 figures. That little kid gets paid 6 fucking figures, bro. Any song. Bro, them companies, Columbia Records, Capitol Records, Interscope Records, Def Jam, they pay that. They pay that little white boy to fucking woe all across the fucking world.
I mean, he be eating it.
But the thing is, black people do that shit too, bro.
All the time.
Yeah. And they do it as better. It's just that because he's white.
I feel like he's white. That's what makes.
And he's a kid. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, but there's black kids that do it too, though.
Yeah.
You understand?
I actually saw. I think Rich the Kid brought him out on his Rolling Loud set.
Oh, I'm sick.
To dance, and like the crowd went crazy.
Bro, don't
it does seem like a lot of these like little white viral kids are doing a lot more. Like with the whole yodeling kid.
Yeah, they brought him out to Coachella.
He's selling out shows. He performed at the University of Alabama. My friend, she goes to school there. And they had, I guess they like hosted a show for him. I don't know if he was brought out or if he had his own like separate set. But the yodeling kid is on fucking tour right now.
I think he has an EP.
So it's crazy. I mean, he's definitely.
I'll give it to you.
Did you see the backpack?
They had more
kid
opportunity
to get into the industry.
Oh, word.
The back.
For real.
You guys haven't seen the?
I've seen his videos, but I didn't know. Was he trying to rap or is he trying to
like rap and sing, like the little rap and sing shit?
I feel you. Yeah. Kind
of
of like the Ayo and Teo.
Yeah.
Of fucking, you know.
I didn't know that.
Hold on.
The dancing.
I'm gonna bring it up for you.
The Vine scene.
I feel like he should have just stuck to dancing. Like I feel like you can monetize from just doing one thing. You don't have to like go and search.
But
I mean, it's cool. Like,
but the thing is, he can't like put a stamp on that dance.
On the floss.
On the floss. He should be able to.
But the thing is, you can like you would think he can, right?
Yeah.
But the thing is, he shouldn't be able to because Carlton can't put a stamp on his dance. Like he really like the little Carlton dance from so they legit said he cannot do that.
Well, that's crazy because I know that was a big topic of debate for the whole like Fortnite thing. A lot of the guys were suing Fortnite for taking their dance. I know Block Boy JB had like an ongoing suit for the shoot
shit too.
Right. I mean,
yeah, I feel like there should be some kind of copyright to these dances that people are coming up with.
Or they should be compensated.
Yeah, if it's stolen by Fortnite, because I know that Fortnite definitely got in a lot of trouble for it. So these guys who are creating these like dances should be compensated somehow.
Yeah,
fucking free V-Bucks or something like.
Fucking weak.
Like, cause let's be real. Like everyone was on Fortnite for a little bit.
Yeah, like,
no, it's still going strong, bro. Still going.
I think. I about to say Apex got it beat. Yeah. Right now, that's the wave right now.
The thing is,
that's a topic for another day.
Fortnite's slick dying out.
It's a tad.
They're just running out of ideas. They're running out of ways to like.
Right. To keep it going.
To keep the
trust me. They do some anime shit. I'm back on it, like Naruto or. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like something like that. Boy, people, Pokemon. I'm here, bro. Pokemon outfit.
That'd be a cool DLC, but I don't know if that might be a little far fetched.
Maybe. Bro, if they can do fucking Marshmallow and fucking NFL and FIFA and
that's true,
basketball,
that's true,
they can do that. It's just that are they going? If they can do fucking Marvel,
bro,
they can do it.
I'm not trying to like stray off topic, but Mortal Kombat, I feel like
that shit looks amazing.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, me and Romy said we are gonna buy it.
Yeah, bro. Like literally, I never buy games like that. But when that comes out, I'm gonna just drop my. When
I saw 21 Savage was like on the
the
video trailer,
dog.
The like the music,
they're in their bag. Like
Mortal Kombat know what they're fucking doing.
I'm copping that ASAP.
All right, but hey y'all, hey man, say man, we're out this bitch.
Yes sir.
Wordplay at 4130.
Again, I appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem, bro. No problem.
Yeah, it's been real.
Go ahead and shout yourselves out on Instagram or Twitter. Go ahead and let the people know.
Instagram. Both my Instagram and Twitter are Nick Spencer _ 2 underscores. Go ahead, Mike. Shout your shit out.
Sir Michael Rock _ on Instagram and Twitter.
How you spell Michael? Just in case, because some people spell Michael wrong.
MICHAEL.
Okay.
Sir Michael Rock _
All right, bet.
That's it.
And as usual, it's your boy Prince Ahmad. We out.